Ever notice how there's always that one person who seems completely unbothered by the drama, the opinions, and the pressure that crushes everyone else? That person who walks into a room and carries themselves with an energy that says, "I'm good either way." That person who doesn't desperately seek validation or constantly worry what others think. That person who somehow lives by different rules than the rest of us. Here's what most people never realize. Becoming that person, that don't care guy, is actually simple as hell. Not easy, but simple. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly how to develop this superpower that will transform your relationships, your career, your confidence, and your entire life. First, let's clear something up. Being the don't care guy doesn't mean being a jerk. It doesn't mean not giving a damn about anything or anyone. It means being selective about what gets your emotional investment. Most people spread their care energy way too thin. They stress about the opinions of people they don't even respect. They agonize over situations they can't control. They waste emotional currency on things that bring zero return. The don't care guy has figured out what matters and what doesn't, and he ruthlessly eliminates emotional investment in the things that don't matter. This isn't apathy, it's strategic caring. And this distinction is what separates genuinely confident people from those trying to fake it. Here's your first practical step. Put yourself on a strict opinion diet. Most people consume a toxic buffet of opinions daily, from social media, colleagues, family, friends, and even random strangers. They digest all of it, letting each opinion affect their emotional state. The don't care guy treats opinions like nutritional intake, highly selective about what gets in. Ask yourself, does this person's opinion actually matter to my life goals? Do they have skin in the game with me? Have they earned the right to influence my emotional state? If the answer is no, their opinion gets zero real estate in your mind. This isn't about ignoring feedback. It's about qualifying the source. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men alive, famously said, "The biggest thing that holds people back is caring what others think." The most successful people on the planet have mastered this skill. Start today. When someone offers an unsolicited opinion, mentally say, "Noted, but not absorbed." Feel the immediate lightness this brings. The second element of being the don't care guy is practicing outcome detachment. Most people are emotionally handcuffed to specific outcomes. They think, "I must get this job. This person must like me. This situation must work out exactly as I planned." When you need a specific outcome to be okay, you've already lost. The don't care guy focuses on what he can control, his effort, his integrity, his actions, and detaches from the rest. This creates a paradox. When you genuinely detach from outcomes, you typically get better outcomes, because detachment creates a confidence and authenticity that attracts success. It's like dating. The person desperately trying to make someone like them usually repels that person. The one who's comfortable either way tends to attract interest. Practice saying, "I've done my best, and whatever happens now is what's supposed to happen." This isn't surrendering control, it's understanding the limits of control. The third component is establishing a value anchor. People who care too much about everything are usually floating without internal values. They use external feedback as their compass. The don't care guy has clear personal values that don't shift based on environment or audience. When you know exactly what you stand for, opinions that contradict those values simply bounce off. They hold no power because your identity isn't up for debate. Take 10 minutes today to write down your non-negotiable values. What do you stand for regardless of whether it's popular? What lines would you never cross even if it benefited you? This becomes your internal compass. And suddenly, external opinions that contradict it become irrelevant noise. Most people walk around treating everyday interactions like high-stakes games. They feel one wrong move, one awkward moment, one rejection could be catastrophic. The don't care guy understands a fundamental truth. Most situations are actually zero-stakes games. If that person doesn't text back, will you still be breathing tomorrow? If you say something awkward in that meeting, will it affect your life in a month? If your idea gets shot down, does it actually diminish your worth? Almost always the answer is no. Start asking yourself, what's the actual long-term consequence here? You'll find that 95% of what you stress about has virtually no lasting impact. This mental shift is like removing heavy weights you've been carrying unnecessarily. The don't care guy has mastered something most never will: comfortable silence. Most people fill silences out of insecurity. They overtalk, overshare, and over-explain because they can't handle the tension of silence. Practice being okay with silence. When someone questions your decision, you don't need to justify it with a paragraph. When someone disagrees with you, you don't need to convince them. Sometimes a simple, "That's just what works for me," followed by silence, is the most powerful response. This communicates a bone-deep confidence that no amount of words ever could. Finally, the don't care guy has made friends with failure. Most people are paralyzed by the fear of looking bad. They'd rather not try than risk falling short. The moment you embrace failure as information rather than identity, you develop an unshakable confidence. When you genuinely don't care if you fail, because you know failure is just feedback, not a verdict on your worth, you become unstoppable. Start small. Do something today where failure is likely. Ask out someone you think might say no. Pitch an idea that might get rejected. Feel the freedom that comes from surviving what you fear. Being the don't care guy isn't about apathy. It's about freedom from other people's perceptions. The truth is simple. Care less about what doesn't matter, so you can care deeply about what does.